Vera Lynn, who sang the songs that touched the hearts and lifted the spirits of Britons from the bomb-blitzed streets of London and Coventry to the sands of North Africa and the jungles of Burma during World War II, died on Thursday at her home in Sussex, England. She was 103. Her death was confirmed by her representative, Andrew Gordon. Long after the war ended, the melodies lingered on. "We'll meet again, there'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover," a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. In those wartime years, she became known as the Foss's sweetheart, and to the end of her life the veterans were her boys, still misty-eyed when she sang, "We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when." Churchill didn't beat the Nazis, the English comedian Harry Secombe once said. Vera sang them to death. "People used to say that my singing gave them courage and hope," Ms. Lynn said. "I think that is a great compliment." In an era when American fighting men plastered their barracks with pinups of Betty Grable, Lana Turner and Rita Hayworth, it was Ms. Lynn and her simple, sentimental ballads that captured the affections of British troops. "I always believed what I was singing," Ms. Lynn once said. "My songs reminded the boys what they were really fighting for, precious personal things rather than ideologies." Without losing the common touch, she came a long way from East Ham, the London neighbourhood where she was born. Vera Welch on March 20, 1917. Her father, Bertram, was a plumber. Her mother, Annie, fostered her daughter's performing career. Young Vera led a local dance troupe and was allowed to sing at the end of term school show because her mother made the costumes. At 7, Vera was singing in workingmen's clubs in East Ham. At 11, she left school to join a traveling variety troupe. At 18, having adopted her grandmother's maiden name as her surname, Vera Lynn was singing with popular big bands, and at 20 she became the resident singer with the bandleader Bert Ambrose. His weekly radio program, Life from the Mayfair, made Ms. Lynn a household name. At 22, in 1939, she won the Daily Express newspaper's Foss's Sweetheart poll in a landslide. In 1940, she began her own BBC radio show, Sincerely Yours, which was beamed to troops around the world on Sunday nights right after the news. "Winston Churchill was my opening act," Ms. Lynn once said. She read letters from the girlfriends, wives and mothers the troops left behind. She sang her sentimental songs, "We'll Meet Again," being the most popular. In the Blitz that sent the Luftwaffe on nightly raids over London in 1940, she sometimes slept in the theatre until the all-clear sounded, then drove home through the rubble left by the bombings. "The shows didn't stop if a raid started," she said. "We just used to carry on." Often, it seemed, Luftwaffe bombers droned over London just as Ms.